Here's something nobody tells you about building income with the Amazon Influencer Program. At some point, if you're doing it right, the problem stops being, how do I make money? And starts being, how do I keep up with all of this? I hit that wall. I had a backlog of videos sitting there waiting to be uploaded. I was spending so much time on the back end, uploading, organizing, keeping everything in order, that I didn't have enough time to actually make more videos, which meant I was slowing down the very process that was making me money. You can't scale what you can't keep up with. So I hired help for $75 a week. And today I'm going to tell you exactly what that looks like, what she does, how I found her, and why I should have done it sooner. Quick note before we go any further. The income results I share are my own and are not typical. Building income streams takes time, consistency, and effort. This is educational content, not financial advice. Some links I mention are affiliate links, and I may earn a small commission at no cost to you. I do appreciate it because it helps support the channel. I'm Valerie. I'm 62. I live in a camper in South Carolina, and I'm building no client income after 50. I'm documenting what works, what doesn't, and everything in between. I make a little over $1,000 a month on Amazon Influencer right now. I have just under 1,300 videos up at the moment. And for a long time, I was doing every single part of that myself. Filming, uploading, tagging, organizing, keeping track of creator connections, campaigns, cross-posting, all of it. And that works until it doesn't. And then it really doesn't. So subscribe if you want to follow along while I build this in real time. And stick around because I'm going to tell you the one thing I did wrong during this whole process. And it's something I could have easily avoided. Let me paint you a picture of what hitting the wall actually looks like. You're filming videos consistently. That part's going well. But the uploading, the tagging, the organizing, that takes time too. Real time. And when you're one person doing all of it, the back end starts eating into the front end. You spend so much time processing what you've already made that you don't have enough time to make more. And in the Amazon Influencer Program, depending on your strategy, volume matters. The more good videos you have up, the more chances you have to earn. Slowing down your uploads because you're drowning in your own back end is like turning off part of your income on purpose. I had a backlog building up. Videos filmed and sitting there, waiting. And every day they weren't uploaded was a day they weren't earning. That's what finally pushed me to do something about it. Here's the question I get asked, and it's the one I ask myself too. When do you know it's time to hire help? My honest answer is this: when the back end is stealing time from the front end, when processing is competing with creating, when you are the bottleneck in your own business. For me, that happened around the time I had about 1,000 videos up, and the upload process had become its own part-time job. If you're just starting out and you only have like 20 videos, you don't need a VA yet. You're still learning the process. But if you're building a real library and you can feel the weight of it slowing you down, that's the signal. And here's the thing I didn't fully appreciate until I did it. The cost of not hiring was higher than the cost of hiring. Every week I delayed was a week my backlog grew and my new content sat waiting instead of earning. I found my VA through a site called onlinejobs.ph. It's a platform specifically for hiring virtual assistants and other helpers in the Philippines. And the monthly subscription's around $70, which sounds like a lot until you realize you'll probably find your person within that first month, and then you can cancel. I posted what I was looking for, and I had more applicants than I could count. Within a week, I had interviewed and hired. I'll put a link in the description if you'd like to hire a VA from there as well. It's quite easy. What made me choose my VA specifically? She was honest right up front about her skills. She told me she was careful and detail-oriented. She didn't overpromise. In a pool of applicants, that's not always common, and it stood out immediately. I had a good feeling about her from the first conversation, and that feeling has proven right every single day since. The pay rate in the Philippines for this kind of work typically runs about $3 to $4 an hour. I have her for 25 hours a week, which comes to $75 a week. That's less than most people spend on subscriptions they don't even use. And what I get in return is someone handling the back end of my business so I can focus on the front end. Here's the part that surprised me most. Creating the training materials was easier than I expected. I went through everything I wanted her to do, step by step. I did it, and then I typed it out. Then I used ChatGPT to help me organize it into a proper SOP, a standard operating procedure, that she could follow consistently. I also had her watch some of the Viral View training videos so she understood the tool before she started using it. And as needed, I would film a little snippet of a video that I could send her if she had any questions. The result is a VA who could learn the process systematically instead of just guessing. And that matters because the more clearly you define what you want, the less time you spend correcting things later. If you're thinking about hiring a VA and the idea of creating training materials sounds overwhelming, I promise it's not. Start with a brain dump. Write down every single thing you do for your Amazon business step by step, then organize it. ChatGPT can help you turn a messy list into a clean document. It took me less time than I expected, and it was worth every single minute. Let me be specific about what my VA handles because I think that's the part that a lot of people are curious about. She uploads all of my US Amazon influencer videos, tagging, organizing, making sure everything is in order inside Viral View. She helps with my Valerie Finds It YouTube channel as well. She's been editing descriptions on the YouTube videos that Cha-Ching uploads to YouTube and to international storefronts for me. We've paused Pinterest for a while we focus on some of those international things, but that was part of her work too. And she's now starting to help with my husband Steve's Amazon storefront as well, since he recently joined the program. What she's not doing is filming, strategizing, or making creative decisions. That's still mine. She handles the execution, so I can handle the creation. And for me, that's the right division of labor. You can have your VA do anything you want. So it's actually different now. I have more time to film, more time to work on my Facebook strategy, more time to think about where this business is going instead of just trying to keep up with where it already is. That's not a small thing. At our age, time is the resource we're most protective of. Paying $75 a week to get back meaningful hours of creative time is not an expense. It's an investment in the thing that actually produces income, which is me, showing up and creating. The backlog is gone, the uploads are current, and I'm not lying awake thinking about all the videos sitting on my phone waiting to go somewhere. That peace of mind alone was worth it. So here's the short version of everything I just told you. If you're building income with the Amazon Influencer Program and the back end is slowing down the front end, you're not failing, you're growing. And growing means you eventually need help. A VA from onlinejobs.ph, a clear SOP, and $75 a week changed the pace of my business. It can change yours too. Don't wait until you're drowning. Hire before you hit that wall. Now tell me in the comments, are you at the point where you need help? Or are you still in the I can do this myself stage? Because both are valid, and I'm genuinely curious where you are. Stay close. You're not done yet, and neither am I.